Hi, I'm Dr. Dyan Haspel-Johnson, and it is time for Weekly Sleep Tip. So I have talked some in this space about the differences between meditation, hypnosis and self-hypnosis, and things like mindfulness. And then I've had some more questions from viewers like you about it. And so I thought it was worth talking about a little bit more and differentiating between those different things, because I think it's something that it's sort of it's a debatable issue. I mean, nobody really knows for sure, but there's differences between those things, and about visualizations, things like that. So I think that all of those things, meditation, mindfulness, which is actually a type of meditation, hypnosis, self-hypnosis, visualization, they're all about creating a space of presence and relaxation and a certain peacefulness, a stillness. But they do it a little bit differently, and I think that what I have concluded just from looking at research, talking to colleagues and friends who have some expertise in these different areas, is that meditation, including mindfulness, is really about at oneness. It's really about finding a space, training yourself to be more and more in a space of presence, and letting everything else kind of fade into the background. So it's about a certain type of non-attachment. Different types of mindfulness might be about non-judgment, or staying present with wherever your focus is, or following that. But regardless, it's about entering the gap. It's about this state of presence and at oneness. Visualizations and imagery and affirmations are maybe more about setting an intention or having just relaxation. And hypnosis and self-hypnosis have all of that, but have the added component that there is always a direction and a treatment strategy. So for example, people come to me for hypnosis, or to, on my online packages that are downloadable, the Deep and Easy Sleep Self-Hypnosis package, it's about giving people tools so that they can, so that you can learn self-hypnosis for your own self-care to help you to sleep better and live more fully as yourself. That is a clear strategy. That is an intention. The intention of those self-hypnosis strategies, of teaching people self-hypnosis for self-care, is about helping people to find greater calm and sleep better. There are other intentions that are part of that as well, but that is a clear intention. You don't do that with meditation. With meditation, you don't meditate with the intention of sleeping better. That might be a side effect from meditation, but it is not a directed intention. And when you have things like affirmations, that is telling yourself something, which is almost like a hypnotic suggestion, but you're not entering a trance state when you do it. It's sort of like a changing your self-talk. So, and visualizations might also be setting an intention, but it's not necessarily putting you into a trance state that's a transitional state that speaks to the unconscious. You're telling yourself a story, you're reorienting yourself, but you're not putting yourself into this transitional state. Interestingly, there have been functional MRIs that have been done that look at what happens in the brain during these different modalities. And what they have found is that hypnosis and self-hypnosis actually take people into a theta brainwave. So it's actually a slower brainwave, where there's a different kind of flexibility, and there are different areas of the brain that are activated. So that's a pretty interesting thing to be aware of. Whereas relaxation strategies or visualizations or even meditation tend to go more into alpha, which is a slower brainwave than just being awake, but it's not as slow as theta, which is what happens in actually the third stage of sleep, where we get truly more of the truly restful sleep. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope this helps you to understand a little bit more about the differences And the one other thing that I would just add to that, which again, I've talked about somewhat in this space, but just as a reminder, is that hypnosis is when you have a practitioner like myself. I'm a psychologist and trained hypnotist who does hypnosis to you, who you come to my office, I put you into a trance state and design these things for you while you listen. Self-hypnosis is where you do it to yourself. A lot of times with people who come to me, I teach them self-hypnosis, I make them audios, and then they do those on their own. One of the reasons that I developed the Deep and Easy Sleep Self-Hypnosis package, which actually has 7 audios of self-hypnosis to teach people for their own self-care, and I have videos and an ebook that teach people what I would teach them in my office. I did that and I developed that because I wanted people to have this ability to put themselves into that state, to learn that mastery. There's nothing more empowering that I've ever found than learning self-hypnosis and understanding how to use it, because then you can direct your intentions. And so while I love meditation, and I learned transcendental meditation when I was like 5 years old, amazingly. And so I've learned a lot of different meditation techniques. For me, my mind tends to be really busy, and so I have trouble staying concentrated on meditation. I think a lot of people do, and a lot of people love meditation. I think it's amazing. Obviously, it's amazing. But for me, self-hypnosis worked better because it did all of the things that meditation does, but it also set an intention, and it also helped occupy my mind so that I could drop down to that other soothing, calming state. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. The Deep and Easy Sleep Self-Hypnosis package, actually, if you're interested in learning self-hypnosis, I have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you kind of may as well try it. There's no risk. Anyway, let me know what you think. I hope this is helpful. Okay? Sweet dreams.